Guilt. How are you going to deal with your guilt about what you've done? Guilt and shame. I've said before, guilt is what you've done, shame is what you are. How do you deal with guilt for what you've done? Well, me, a 12-step person, the 12 steps have a process for dealing with guilt and shame. Dealing with guilt and shame, I think, is fundamental for any journey of personal development. One aspect of it is inventorying, making a note of all the things you've done wrong and the things that you believe that have been done wrong to you, and analyse them. Today we'll focus on things you believe you've done wrong to others. Well, what you have to do is see how you could amend the wrong you've done. Let's take a simple example. If you think that you owe a child or a parent or a friend an apology, you can talk through with someone you trust, a spiritual advisor, or just a mate that you can trust. Normally someone who has a degree of objectivity in your life I would use. I use people that are not too, like how your relationships can become a little bit clouded. You might not be able to fully trust another person's objectivity due to sort of codependent links and connections. Usually my wife and I are pretty clear in how we communicate, but sometimes in issues affecting our marriage directly, I will consult someone external and invite her to do the same, so that we're not sort of cannibalizing each other within the relationship. If I wanted to make amends to someone in the past because I felt guilty about what I'd done, what I would do is talk through someone what I believed I'd done wrong, what I should have done instead, what an appropriate amends would be. Some people, if you've hurt someone or offended them or whatever it is, sometimes you might think it's best to just let it go, and then in order to deal with the guilt you can make amends in a less direct way. This is an example off the top of my head. Say you kicked a dog. I don't know why you kicked the dog. Maybe you'd had a bad day and you think, oh, that dog is dead now. Not because you kicked it, just due to the passage of time. Dogs, they've just, we've all just got, there is a limit. Anyway, you can't make amends to that dog by giving it a bone, apologising, but you could give money or time to a dog-specific charity, thereby amending your kind of karmic debt to dogs in general. That's what I would propose doing. Then when you think about, oh God, there was that time I kicked that dog. Why did I kick that? This isn't a specific example. I don't think I've ever kicked a dog. Bears made me so angry at times, but I just sort of tend to go inward with the rage. Like before the Hulk, before the Hulk transforms, there might be a bit where he sort of goes, like, I get to that bit with Bear, but never the bit where my trousers are all ripped up and I'm smashing my way through a barnyard or whatever happens. Anyway, you can amend the karmic debt by mythically and symbolically amending what you've done, although in some cases a direct amends is possible. You can go to a person or an institution and say, I'm sorry I treated you this way, I shouldn't have done that, this is what I propose I do to make it up to you, is there anything else you want to tell me? That's how you deal with guilt. Then you will start to address the underlying lack of self-esteem or self-love that often arises from believing that having done bad things you are a bad person. My belief is that no one is really bad, no one is really evil, but that we get trapped in systems and patterns inwardly and outwardly that have negative consequences. But there must always be a route back. I'm not saying about many. Christianity, for example, talks about redemption, being redeemed from sin. And the way of doing that is, yes, by living differently, by giving yourself over to a different way in Christianity, specifically by giving your way over to God, but in a more secularized way, giving yourself over to good. Hello, I'm doing these new videos more frequently now. Please hit the notification button at the end of this video, because then you'll get a little bell when I post a new video, and I'd like you to get a little bell when I post a video. Then I can, be buzzing away in your pocket. Sounds like I'd be like a little pocket mosquito. Anyway, subscribe, click the bell, because I want more people to watch the YouTube videos. You specifically.